summative, it doesn't matter. How many of you have technology available to collect data from your students quickly? Clickers, some type of calculator technology, Mac folks, okay? So, you know, this is something that you could apply to that situation. The end result. Now, not what I'm about to do because it takes too long, but the end result of being able to analyze what's sitting in front of you in graphical form, or maybe it's just a bunch of numbers. This is something that you could use. I think it would be more useful for you guys with summative assessment tests that come occasionally. You know, at elementary, how often are you giving your students tests?
Way too long.
I'm not talking about formative assessment, I'm talking about here's a test that we're taking and it's going to go in the grade book. Okay.
At least once, I mean,
What's a,
well, I mean, it depends if we teach all subjects, so.
okay,
And it depends on what I'm teaching too.
okay. What about secondary class? What? Sure, unit tests, when will that come up? How often? And yeah, okay, so I'm thinking 4.5 weeks at the secondary level for what we call a common assessment in my setting. But that's the major test, and some tips. So what we're doing here, what I'm gonna do is gonna be effective in that situation, okay? So, starting with some data, let me get up some numbers. Alright, I'm going to give you a set of data. But I want to ask you some questions first. Alright, here's a question. Alright? And you would probably want to know this for a class, okay? So how many people, how many students, if you want to substitute students for people, how many students are above average? How many people are above average? That's a question I'd like to know, okay? So given that summative assessment, you got the results, and you want to know that, okay? Also want to know how many scored above the cutoff's passing score. Cut off, put 2 T's, I'm sorry, I'm just going to leave it. I'd like to know that. I mean, that's useful information. Now this one's a little bit more vague, but did most of the class do well? And then, you know, sometimes it's useful just to know what is the highest and what is the lowest. Highest score. Right. And what is the lowest? Alright, so those are questions I want to know, and I would like to know that for every situation I'm in. So here comes my data. Now I'm going to present it to you in 4 rows or 5 rows, 5 columns, okay? No particular order that anything's in. This is just, you know, writing down the data. Because these are scores that students made on this test. far did this score seem realistic to you?
It depends.
This is out of 100. Out of 100, these are the scores.
That kid ran quicker.
Alright, so let's look at the questions. How many people are above average? Can you answer that?
That's average.
Three?
So
Okay,
you're
no.
reflecting on what average is.
Above average
I know,
in this
okay,
test?
okay, sure, but, I mean, so average here would be, obviously take all the scores up and add them up and divide by 25. There's 25 scores there. Okay, so you get average, whatever that is. Even if you had that number, let's just make one up, 66, how many are above average? 5 seconds.
4, 5.
Mom, what's wrong? How much you have to answer?
5.
5 or 6, you sure? Was it 5 or 6? I need to know. Well, I gotta have exact. Okay, I'm playing with you here because we're leading towards the thing that would be useful. It's not useful. This presentation of data is not useful. Okay, it's just a hodgepodge of numbers sitting up here. It's hard for me to answer that question. I can do it. Can't do it quickly. Can't do it quickly. I like something, I don't have time to be messing around. I need something I can get real quick, okay? We're leading to that, so stick with me. It's gonna take us a while to get there. Same thing like how many scored above the cutoff passing score. Now, I can give you the cutoff passing score at 70, okay? But to get that answer quickly, 5 seconds. I mean, was it? You got to search through it. It's tough to see. Okay, did most of the class do well on the test? What's well?
6.
It was well. I mean, wasn't mean. And what is the highest and lowest score? You probably get that one pretty quick. Lowest?
26.
26.
27.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
27? 27? Is there 27?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Last
27.
one.
Highest?
96.
96, okay, so that's not too bad. Not too bad to get that. Alright, but it's still not great. It's still not great. Alright, let's see if we can improve on that. Okay, one way that we can improve and make it a little more efficient for us would be to put these in some type of order, okay? So, you know, you can either do the ascending or descending order, and these terms might come up on the final exam, so I'll write it down. Okay? Ascending or descending order, you understand what those mean, that they may come up. Ascending order, starting from least, going to greatest. Descending order, starting from greatest, going to least. Okay? So just, how about we do descending order? That seems to make more sense to me. So let's pick descending order here, and let's put these in order descending. Okay? All right, take a moment to do that. Put them in descending order. Keep the same format here. Let's go like this. If you'll go, start from here, fill up a column, and then go to the next column and fill it up. Let's all be consistent in the way we do that. And still keep it 5 columns. But fill up the first column, then go to the second column, then the third. Okay? You know what you're saying. This is ridiculous. I can't believe we're doing this. But after you go through this, you're gonna appreciate the fact that you'll never have to do it again. Because what we're leading to is so much quicker than it's easy. This is what my students often tell me. Why don't you just tell me how to get the answer? Why are you giving me all the theory behind it? Because I want you to be able to think for yourself, and that's the answer. I want you to know the benefit of the new technology that we have that shows you, that gets it for you quickly. But you didn't know where we came from. Okay, so you've probably reached your limit of patience with that. If you don't have it, share it with you. Okay. Just gonna double check, make sure the same thing is on. Okay, good? All right, so now let's go revisit those questions. Okay, let's revisit the questions. Well, what's the easiest one to answer? Highest, lowest, yeah, we get that immediately, okay? We got high score, low score, we can get that quickly. Okay, we're still having a little bit of trouble with finding, you know, the above average, you know, get how many scored above average. And as far as the passing score, it's a little easier this time. You know, if I say it's a 70, how many people scored of the passing score? You can get that pretty quick, okay? So they're not bad, it's not bad. We can even get one more thing, which would be the middle score, right? The way I've set up the data, the middle's right there, so it's 51. 51 is the middle score, okay? We'll get into that later, but it has a name. Median, okay, yeah, all right. All right, more on median later. Now this is okay, this is all right. I mean, it didn't take us that long to do it. And you could muddle your way through that in a classroom as a teacher, but what if you were doing this for your school or your district, okay? What if we had 1,000 scores? Yeah, yeah, we're not messing with that with 1,000 scores, okay? It takes too long, all right? It takes too long to write it. Okay? All right, let me give you a symbol that we're gonna work with